On everyone, we are officially here. It is the NBA trade deadline. All of our answers and questions and thoughts and opinions and ideas are all going to be answered. Our wildest dreams are here. And, cue the Joker meme. Here we go. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also, make sure you stay up to date. All the news as it breaks, definitely break it down, talk about it. I will make videos and keep it through the loop, give my opinions, all that stuff. So stay tuned for all that. But let's get into some of the things that I think are going to happen, some of the things that I might not happen, this, that, and the other. Again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. But Dejounte Murray, that's the big question. What's going to happen with Dejounte Murray? Are the Lakers going to land Dejounte Murray, or are they going to end up passing? Is Atlanta going to trade him? What is going to happen? Many people believe that, hey, if Dejounte Murray was going to be a Laker, he would have already been a Laker. And I push back against that because the only team that benefits getting Dejounte Murray sooner rather than later is the Lakers, right? If you're Atlanta, the Lakers offer isn't going anywhere. Not changing. The Lakers aren't going to trade D'Lo and all these other pieces for anybody else. Dejounte Murray is the biggest name on the market. If there was somebody else that was available, maybe Atlanta would feel a little more pressure, but they don't, right? And it's in their best interest to see if maybe a team comes out of left field, right? Maybe things change. Maybe a player's getting a little itchy and it's kind of like, hey, get me out of here type thing right before the trade deadline. Or, it didn't happen, but like what if in yesterday's games, what happens if somebody got hurt and now a team is kind of desperate and is like, uh-oh, we need to make a move. Let's go get Murray. It doesn't hurt for Atlanta to wait till the last minute to trade Dejounte Murray. So I believe, and again, these are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. I believe the Lakers will ultimately trade for Dejounte Murray. Again, this may age poorly. Could be completely wrong. It's a very real possibility. I just think Atlanta learned their lesson from the John Collins situation. They had John Collins, made him available. They got excellent offers. I mean, overpaid offers for John Collins, like vastly overpaid offers, like 4 first type offers for John Collins. And rejected. And they ended up waiting to a point of detriment and ended up having to sell him for literally like a quarter of what they actually could have gotten if they had done it when the opportunity originally presented itself. I think that they're in that same position with Dejounte Murray. Right now, they're in a position of detriment. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. Trae Young eventually is going to get itchy and is going to want out if they don't start retooling things, putting things in a proper direction to where this team feels like a team that can contend and compete. So I don't believe that they're going to hoard a Dejounte Murray because I don't think that they're going to want to run the risk of what else can come with it, right? What next year could bring. And you run the risk of there not being anything going forward. Again, right now, the only team that has made a real offer is the Los Angeles Lakers, assuming the reports are true. Again, we only have the information that we have, right? So assuming that that is true, the Lakers are the only team that's made a real offer. Because how many teams actually need a point guard? Most of the top teams already have their point guard for now in the future, or they have their primary ball handler. And most teams don't want to go and make a big investment and trade a bunch of assets to go get Dejounte Murray. Even the teams that don't have a true point guard, they're looking at it as like, well, let's wait and see what else is developed. We're not winning anything this year. So what's the point? And then what happens is they hold on to Dejounte Murray. You go into the offseason, and if the Lakers, let's say the Lakers do end up landing Donovan Mitchell. I don't really think that's going to happen, but you never know. You asked me 10 years ago if I thought LeBron James and Anthony Davis would be on the Lakers. I would have told you no. But hey, here we are. So you never know, right? Especially if like the Knicks and stuff end up getting other pieces and aren't in a position to trade for Dejounte Murray or Donovan Mitchell. Or if, Donovan Mitchell just doesn't make sense for them anymore. We'll see. Time will tell. But my point is that now you run the risk of the Lakers doing something else, and you could end up being stuck for the next 3 years or 4 years, because his contract doesn't kick in until next year, the next 4 years with Dejounte Murray. by that point, Trae Young is gone because Trae Young has an early termination option on his contract and only has, like, I believe 2 more years after this year. He has the 2024-2025 season and then the 2025-2026 season. And then he has the early termination option. So if you can't unload Dejounte Murray and you can't rebuild and retool this team, you might end up losing Trae Young. So again, I just see them saying, okay, let's take the best offer. We got a reasonable offer from the Lakers. Let's take it. Let's get the 2 first. Let's get, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and let's move D'Lo to the Nets for Spencer Dinwiddie. And now we cleared off Dejounte Murray's salary, and now we can go and try to, like, retool this thing. That's what I think ultimately will happen. But next up is other pieces around besides Dejounte Murray. Look, I'd love to get Dejounte Murray, sure, but the Lakers need more. Whatever that looks like, they need more. Now, personally, I think regardless, even if they don't land Dejounte Murray, I do believe the Lakers make some type of trade. I think they make some type of move, even if it's just kind of like around the edges type move, where they're just getting maybe 1 or 2 pieces to kind of make that upgrade to, again, a Royce O'Neal and a Andre Drummond, something like that, where it's not like, the big sexy names, although there aren't really that in this trade market, but, you get 2 guys, you basically get a starting forward 2 guard, and then you get that backup center, and it's like, okay, let's see what we could do here. We also have the buyout market, and they make some minor trades like with their second-round picks. And they save the first, they save the pick swap, they go into the offseason, they have 3 firsts and 3 pick swaps come draft day. That's what I think the Lakers will do. I think that they'll make some minor changes, some minor adjustments, get some small minor pieces. Obviously, I'd love for them to do that and get Dejounte Murray, because now I think the Lakers could be in that contention status. Because you don't underestimate what 2, 3, 4 players can do, right? Look at last year for an example. Lakers were abysmal. They were a team that looked dead in the water. And then they went and made a trade for basically a bunch of role players. There weren't any like huge significant. I mean, the best player that they got was D'Angelo Russell, and he's a couple years removed from an all-star. And look, I like D'Lo a lot, but like he's not like, top 5 point guard or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination, right? Like, so, as good as he is and as good as he was for the Lakers, right? He wasn't looked at as like this huge, oh man, D'Lo is the guy that's going to turn the Lakers season around. And he was a huge part. Part of that was also Austin Reeves and so on. But they also got several guys that basically were unplayable. I mean, Malik Beasley came in. He's leading the league in 3-point percentage this year. And he came to the Lakers and I could have outshot him. Like, he was so bad for the Lakers, right? And Mo Bamba was hurt the entire time, so we never even got to really see him play. I mean, really, it was like Jared Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves' emergence and D'Angelo Russell. So you add in a couple pieces. You add in a Royce O'Neal who gives you a real 3-and-D threat. If you add in a Andre Drummond who gives you a reliable backup and can even play alongside Anthony Davis, and then you go get some other significant piece, right? Then the Lakers could be right back in that position because they haven't been dealing with the noise and the nonsense and all the headaches that come with this season and the disappointments and whatnot, right? They're not dealing with all the media and all that stuff, right? They're coming in excited, wet behind the ears, a team, players that want to show their old team like, you shouldn't have traded me. Players that want to come in and show the Lakers like you made the right choice for trading for me. And you're going to get this elevation. One of the big issues that the Lakers have had, and arguably their biggest issue this season, has been the consistency and energy level, right? Well, if you go get, say, 3 players, even role players, they're going to bring it every night. They're not going to have those issues because they brought it every night at their other team. So they're just going to come in and play the role that they were brought here to play, and they're going to bring it. And so now you have those 3 guys. Let's say you get 3 guys. You have those 3 guys now bringing it every night. You have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and you have Austin Reeves. And now you start piecing this together. It's like, okay, well, now we have bare minimum 6, 7, 8 guys that are bringing it every single night. So now the energy and the effort isn't an issue. And plus, that energy and effort can be contagious. And then if you add in a guy like a Dejounte Murray, who is an all-star level player, who was an all-defensive player, who many people think he's having a terrible season, and he's still averaging 22, 5, and 5. I would take that gladly for a bad season. And all of a sudden, the Lakers could turn it around, right? Again, I'm not saying lock it in, but don't be shocked if the Lakers make even just like some small changes and it's like, wait, like, here we go again. Lakers are right back. Like, here we go. It's like last year. Because, again, all the things that I highlighted. But another big thing is Gabe Vincent. I could see the Lakers moving off of Gabe Vincent if it doesn't cost too much. And they're not just going to move off of Gabe Vincent if it's going to cost them basically all their seconds and it's like a pointless deal. But if the Lakers can find a move that makes sense. So one of the rumors out there, or one of the reports, I guess everything's kind of a rumor until it's finalized, but one of the big things is Gabe Vincent for Danilo Gallinari, right? And I made a whole video breaking this down. If you want to know more information, go check that video out. But to basically summarize, is the idea is Gabe Vincent makes like $5 million more than Danilo. The Pistons have the space to absorb it, right? You could do the swap. Lakers would save like $5 million, which would drop them down under the apron, which opens up all their exceptions and everything next season. And you could do one of two things. Danilo Gallinari is shooting 58% from 3 with the Detroit Pistons. You could keep him, see if that replicates. He's still 6'10", still a veteran guy. He could have an impact on this roster. Not anything significant, but like, hey, shooting 58% from 3, can you give him 4 attempts per game and see if he can knock down 2 of them or 3 of them? Like, that would be great. If he could, I mean, he's averaging 10 points a game in a limited role for Detroit. Can he do that for the Lakers off the bench? That would be huge, right? So you could keep him, see how that works. Or the other alternative is you could waive him, and now you'd have 2 open roster spots for 2 buyout targets, and you'd have the money to sign those buyout targets. So let's say a Gordon Hayward becomes available and a Kyle Lowry. Well, now you can get both rather than deciding on which one or the other. Or there's even rumors of Spencer Dinwiddie potentially being bought out if the Nets can't trade him. If that happens, guess what? The Lakers would now be able to go and sign him off of buyout and still get a Gordon Hayward or whomever, right? So again, I do think if the Lakers can, and that's why there's been heavy reports that they're trying to trade Gabe Vincent, and that's why. It basically it basically gives the Lakers a reset. It allows them to kind of reset everything and try to retool and regroup next season and potentially get some key players this season. So we'll see. Time will tell. But, look, I hope the Lakers do something. We need the Lakers to do something, right? And I'm hoping, at least, that something gets done. But, again, as always, this is a discussion. But pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think that any deals get done? Do you think Dejounte Murray gets done? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.